Hi guys, this is PK Viro from the BHG clan, and I put together this video mostly for your entertainment, but also to talk about the gun I'm using, the Ace 23, and a little bit about the map Dragon Pass. As you can see, we are playing a round of domination, which is arguably my most favorite mode, along with TDM and Conquest Mini. Reason being, simple really. I just prefer the hectic nature and close combat of these modes. Anyway, to get on topic, let's just jump right to it. So as I mentioned, I'm playing with the assault rifle Ace 23, or as other people will call it, the nuke gun. Don't necessarily agree with that statement, as the Ace does have its shortcomings, but it is certainly a more forgiving gun. The attachments I normally use with this gun is the Coyote Optic, mostly because it allows for the excellent overall viewing angles, and the red dot doesn't really obscure the target that much. However, it can get lost in looking towards the sun or the sky, or from inside out towards the snow. I have heard rumors that DICE will allow players to adjust the color of their sights in future, but we'll see if anything comes from that. As for the barrel attachments, nothing really. Don't think that any of the barrel attachments really improve this gun. Unless you want to be a bit more stealthy, I suppose. You could use one of the silencers, but on a mode and map like this, it's basically useless. And a penalty in range and hip fire, in my opinion, just rules it out. I'm also running a laser sight. Now, this is to reduce the terrible hip fire the Ace 23 has. I use hip fire a lot for most close combat engagements, saving me that half a second of going ADS. And running with the Ace has made this a bit frustrating experience. It could just be me that I'm more familiar with guns like the FAMAS or AEK, but honestly, whenever I come across a good player in close range, it feels like I'm losing out more times than not. So hence the reason for the laser, just to narrow that spread, landing more bullets on target. Now, you need to be careful with the laser, obviously, as it does give your position away to the enemy, especially on darker maps like Locker and Metro. To counter this, I do turn the laser off when deemed necessary. Also, when you have smoke, turn that laser off, guys. It is like a bullseye for the enemy, so just bear that in mind. And finally, I'm using an angle grip. This is to help with landing that very first shot. It is critical. If you can inflict the first damage, you should come out of the fight with the win. At least for me, I find this to be the best setup. Good compromise between mobility and range. So, my opinion about the Ace 23. Well, to be honest, it's a really good gun, and may even replace my trusty FAMAS as my weapon of choice. For anything from medium to medium long range, the Ace with its 620 meter per second muzzle velocity, it just feels better, more capable, with burst fire hitting its mark consistently. Even for medium to short range, you could just open up the tabs with full auto, 770 RPM, fire rate, and drop that guy. It's got a relatively quick reload of 2.1 seconds, as well as a 31 bullet magazine. You'll just find you have bullets in the chamber more often than not. Compared to the FAMAS, on ADS, the Ace 23 comes ahead on all fronts in terms of recoil and accuracy, not as much as in bullet spread. The only significant disadvantage of the Ace 23, as mentioned before, is the hipfire. All things being equal, skill included, you will always lose out to the big boys AK and FAMAS. So, knowing the limitations of the Ace, positioning yourself properly for medium range engagement, one can feel confident that the Ace will have your back. Onto the map, Dragon Pass Domination. I particularly like this map. It's got a lot of crates and concrete walls and crevices to take cover with. Most importantly, minimum verticality, virtually eliminating top-down snipers camping, and with almost no prominent lanes like you find on Locker. Line of sight is broken often, making it even harder for sniping, which I just love. Initially, when a game begins, the central building will be the focal point at flag C, but eventually the combat movement will become almost circular with players moving and flanking on the outside fringes of the map, normally on the southern side of the map. In this particular game, there were regular rotations between A and B. So, working the fringes and using the cover, you can intercept the guys spawning in and allow them almost no time to get on burn. Also, use the head glitch position, which there are a lot of on this map. Currently, there are plans to change this. I'm referring to where the bullets originate from, as at the moment the bullets actually are coming from your eyes as opposed to from the barrel of the gun model. Because of this, you can hide behind a crate with only your head exposed and still be able to fire at a incoming target. And with the current body hit animation, it could appear that you duck behind the crate, but from your perspective, you still see the enemy and thus can fire at him. But while this is still in the game, you might as well use it to your advantage. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm still learning the ropes when it comes to video editing, but I hope to improve the quality as I progress. So feel free to add your comments and advice. I'll be more than happy to accommodate as much as I can. I'll leave you with these last couple of minutes of the game. Unfortunately for the opposing team, we had some really strong players, so they were fighting a losing battle. This is PK Byro. Cheers and all the best.
Be advised, objective Charlie has just been neutralized. Objective Bravo. We've taken objective Alpha. Objective Charlie is neutralized. Listen up. We now control Objective Charlie. Engaging.